It is interesting that the Middle Belt is saying that they are not part of the North. Middle Belters are calling out the Northern Arewa Forum, saying that we are not part of Arewa. Our eyes are opened. We saw what you did with the houses. We saw how you manipulated, how you played your game, your political and economic game, using religion to subdue the houses. And we know what we are suffering and have been suffering from the hands of Islamic extremists. We know what you're trying to do in the southwest, using religion to say that we are Yorubas, the North and Yorubas, Fulani North. I know the people saying this are Fulani North and Yorubas have something in common. When you look at governors in the North today, you hardly find an Hausa governor. While the Hausa population is 27%, compared to that 27% of Nigeria, let's say 27% of 200 million is the Hausa population, while we have 7%, or not less than 7% of Fulani population in the whole of Nigeria. Then that tells you why the Middle Belters are coming out to speak boldly to say that we are not part of this kangaroo arrangement called Arewa. Arewa is not representing the Middle Belters. When you look at this map, you see that the North is divided into two segments. The North is divided into two segments. We have the Middle Belt and the Core North. But when you look at a Northerner, a Fulani or Islamic whoever, the Northern Fulani, when they present this same map, it looks like this. They show you that the North covers both the Middle Belt. North Central is Kwara. Middle Belt. See, the Middle Belt is practically the region that is the engine house of the so-called North. When you see all the foods, the resources, you get them from the Middle Belt. When you ask an average Northerner, let's say the average Northerner is somebody from Kogi, Benue, Plateau, Bauchi, Nasarawa, Gombe. You ask them, who is a Fulani? Where did the Fulani come from? Where is their... From where are they part of Nigeria? They'll tell you that they are from Sudan. But the same Fulani that is from Sudan is the one controlling the economy, political economy of the North. They are the ones you find as generals in the army, this or that, and blah, 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 and all of you. They are the ones that are even the terrorists that are terrorizing the regions. They are using that terrorism as a means of controlling or sustaining their power in the region. I repeat, these Fulani guys, they are using terrorism to sustain their grip on the North, especially the Hausa. I have said this before. The Hausa, what is the Hausa culture? Please, if you're an Hausa person, can you do a little content whereby we can get to note the Hausa culture, the history of the Hausa people, the traditional religion, not Islam, traditional religion of the Hausa people. Let's get to know about, because it seems that the Hausas don't exist in Nigeria. All we see are Fulanis. Atiku Fulani, Buhari Fulani. Atiku now is going to be the next, okay, a messiah in Nigeria, touted to be one of the messiah in Nigeria. Atiku, PDP, Atiku, the Fulani. Which Hausa man has gained such prominence of recent times? Which Hausa man has elevated to that status that every Nigerian will be looking forward to voting Atiku, voting him, who is an Hausa man? If not that P2B come from the PDP and P2B aligned with Atiku, who is a Fulani, I tell you Nigerians will have voted. But tell me an Hausa person, a Middle Beltan, that has that kind of prominence. They find their way in a position, they influence, they use spiritualism, they use manipulation and all have you to spread themselves in all of the juicy positions in Nigeria. That is the Fulani. The way they have conquered the North, the Hausa North, the same way they are about to. I think what Tinubu is doing is something that Nigerians at this point in time need to support. Because if Tinubu is going to clip their wings, then that is a good one. Or if Tinubu is going to find a space for himself, that is another thing. That Nigerians should note and see what is happening. things are changing. The Yoruba Muslims are speaking up against the Northern Muslims, because you cannot use that religion and try and suppress other persons. You are in a country where everybody has an equal right, but you call yourself born to rule. You want to suppress every other person. It doesn't happen. You think that these are the days whereby you killed Yoruba leaders. Delegewa was killed, Abiola was killed, many of them were killed by these military, Muslim, Northern, whoever. They were killed, and Yoruba leaders decided not to say anything, but now they are speaking up. Then I think the Yoruba leaders never had that enough clout to push, but I think now the clout to push back any Northern Islamic fundamentalist agenda is in the Southwest. The Southwest are liberal people. These guys are liberal people. In a family, you can find a traditional worshipper. In a family, a traditional worshipper, an atheist, a Christian, a Muslim, somebody that believes in God but is not going to church. In one family, these people are liberalists. So the Northerner threatening the Southwest with having something in common, that a Southwest Muslim does not really practice Islam, is the same thing they used on the Hausa North. Their Sarkis, where they eliminated their influential Sarkis and they installed their emir. In Ilorin today, we have emir of Ilorin. Where is the Oba of Ilorin? It is difficult for you to have an Oba of Ilorin. So the Middle Beltans are speaking up, and this is what we have been saying and we want to happen. You see, those that are dragging the country back, at this point in time, it's time for the South to start speaking up against these forces. Arewa has no population. Arewa Consultative Forum has no population. Arewa has no landmass. Arewa only feeds on the sweat of Middle Beltans and other Nigerians. Like I said before, that the engine room of the North is the Middle Belt. The productive aspect of the North is the Middle Belt. Middle Belt is not North. Middle Belt is not Arewa. Middle Belt is too big a nation to be joined with the Fulani captured Northern Nigeria. From speaking up, actions will be taken very soon. From speaking up, because we cannot be in a country whereby people are trying to progress, then people are just drawing you back and they are bragging about it. You are becoming a parasite and you are bragging. That is the worst aspect of it. You are becoming a parasite and you are bragging about it. Academically, you are a parasite. Economically, you are a parasite. Politically, you are a parasite. Because you find yourself in the security architecture, and thereby, you know, Southerners are discouraged, are being discouraged by how the military architecture is being organized. The structure of the military is being organized. As a Southerner, I should go and join the army, where we have repentant Boko Haram, an army which is almost Northernized, where there's when you join the army, you feel that you're in a different environment altogether. They are trying to make you understand that this is a northern. How will I put it? I have somebody who is in the army, and he tells me a lot of things about how they feel less of who they are. Okay, an Igbo man joins the army, and he joins the battalion. We have all the Fulanis and heads and everything. The way they operate, you know, Nigerian mentality is different. And you see the army deciding of enlisting the repentant Boko Haram into the force. A country of intelligent people, a country of technocrats. These are the people that when they go outside of the shores of this country, they succeed in all they do. They become the best. That's the same country that have a military hierarchy that decided one day to start enlisting repentant Boko Haram into the Nigerian army. And they speak BB grammar, they speak English for you, and they think that we should be swayed by their English. No. So whatever plans that the Fulani have been trying to hatch a long time ago under this Tinubu regime, it is going to be exposed. It is already been exposed. Yes. The Middle Belters are saying that don't compare us with parasitic north to the great nation of Middle Belt. These two maps. One is the Fulani captured northern Muslims. This one belongs the Fulani captured northern. This is how they want you to see their map. Then the other one is the Middle Belt, and whereby it is separated. The map is divided into three. We have the core north, we have Middle Belt, and the south. And when you look at the landmass the Middle Belt has, the Middle Belt are the ones that are literally feeding Nigeria. And who are those that are involved in insecurity? They are the Fulani. Those that are involved in production. Fulani are not involved in production of staple food. They are not really involved in it, in farming or whatever. It is the Hausas that do farming. While the Fulani, as in quote, they rear cows, and they use their cows to commit all sort of atrocities and invite their fellow brothers from the Futa Jalon Island into communities in the Middle Belt. When Buhari was president, you see how they were rampaging here and there. How many times have you heard that Fulani have killed this and that? Fulani herders have killed this and that. But it's a Buhari, a Fulani matron, Mietiala matron as president. It was here nor there, and they look at you and do as if the Fulanis are not killing. When the Fulani kill, is it, how do they use that language? I regret, I condemn. You condemn, you condemn, you condemn. People are dying their thousands and you are condemning. Should you just condemn? What about actions that needs to be taken to stop these guys? They will not do. They will play politics with the lives of people. Look at El-Rufai as governor of Kaduna State. Look at all these killings we had in Kaduna State. But now this Sani of a guy, how many times have you heard that Fulani killed in southern Kaduna? And these are Fulani guys that are popular. Their population minute. They are the ones that are determining. They'll say not we remember, not we remember. After using the Hausa population to their advantage. Because I don't believe that in this day and age, in this day and time, people should not be wise. If it's those days, hey, those their formats where they use religion and every other piety. You know, one thing about manipulation is that they look so innocent. If a lady wants to scam you, she looks so submissive and innocent. Her facial countenance says otherwise. They are appealing to your emotions. They are appealing to your weakness. They come, Alaji, they'll speak the language and everything, and this and that, and they do it. They tell you, but when they are going to carry out their killings, they don't look at your face 2 times. When they want to destroy you, when they want to kill you, they just activate it and kill you. When they kill people, they start come and with their white robes and start preaching this and that, and we are one. This say this, this say this. Your tradition is evil. Your this is evil. The tradition, the Islamic religion, is it the tradition of the Hausas or most people in the north? Is it the way and manner the Muslims go about their religion? Is it not a tradition of man? That's a question. I'm not emphatically saying that. I'm not insulting the intelligence of Muslims. But I think religion is man-made. But the lifestyle, your communication with your God is very much more important. Man put religion as a way to meet God, a way he see it, or he deem it fit to meet God. They give you, okay, as a, if you want to see God, you pray 5 times, you do this, you do that. I'm getting this inspiration, I'm getting that inspiration. Bill Gates, what Bill Gates invented, or Michael Faraday, what they invented, how did they get their inspiration? But somebody will get an alternative. You know, one thing about African tradition and society is that we have not upgraded. If you have a television in 1976, it's different from the television in 1990. It's different from the television in 2010 upwards. It is still different from the television of 2024. There's an upgrade to meet current reality. See, somebody grows from one stage to another. So if you are practicing a religion, there needs to be an upgrade in the manner of you practicing a religion. Like we knew that those days a minor might be 11, 12, 13, but these days a minor will be 16. Under 18 will be a minor. You see the upgrade. So then, those prophets then, the reality then is different from the reality now. The morality should be there in your religion. The morality should be there, but the approach can be different. The television will show black and white, will show images, pictures. All television show pictures, but there's a modification. You do better. So the kind of Islam that the Southwest are practicing is the better version of Islam. Take it anywhere. Look at Saudi Arabia. The kind of Islam the Southwest are practicing is the better version of Islam in current day Nigeria. The Middle Belters are suffering a lot because, number one, Usman Danfodio was killed in the Middle Belt. When Buhari became president, the attacks in the Middle Belt, you saw that every single day or 3 or 4 times a week, 50 people will be killed in villages consistently under Buhari. And these are from the young lady that did a video on we Hausa want to leave Fulani. She said that Hausa doesn't join terrorism. They don't join Boko Haram. They don't join Al-Qaeda. They don't join ISWAP. They don't join Lakurawa. It is only the Fulani. And they are there, still preaching to them that we are one. You are using the religion to subject people, to oppress people, to kill people, and you claim that you are one. No, the Middle Belterners are saying no. Because how are you one? Is it in language? You can't import. Is it in language? Are you one in language? In the geography, are you one? You're not one. I must give it to the Fulani people because these guys are very intelligent people. They are called evil geniuses. They are evil and they are good and intelligent. They are smart people. The Fulani, don't play with them. They are evil geniuses, but their wickedness is sprinkled with blood. Their wickedness is sprinkled. An average Northerner has been possessed by the wickedness of the Fulani. An average Northerner, especially what the Islamic religion portends. Now, a blasphemy on Muhammad would get you killed in an average Kano market. Just stand in a Kano market and say 1 or 2 blasphemy on Muhammad. That's when you know that an average Northerner tends to be violent and tends to have the inclination to kill at any point in time. This is the kind of lifestyle the Fulani have been living, and they have inflicted it on even some Hausa communities and Muslims as we speak. Even some Yoruba Muslims in Ilorin are willing to even kill for Allah. The lifestyle of a people is being passed on to other people. I love what the Yorubas are doing. The Middle Belters are the most accommodating. The Hausas and the Middle Belters are the most accommodating. And the Fulani saw this loophole and used that loophole and entered them. And as he entered them, they started giving them woto. And I'm sorry for people that are speaking up. I'm not saying, I will not be saying I'm sorry. I pray for protection for people that are speaking up against this Arewa, these Fulani Janjaweed, northern captured Fulani. Yes, I don't know what to say. Because they might come for them at any point in time. Now, I know Nigeria is a country whereby the only reasons why we are together is because of some people decided so. The abuse of human rights, injustice, unfairness, and everything just lump itself together. We are the one that provide our security, we provide our water, we provide our loans, we provide everything that we need. While the government is even looking for ways to even take more from us. Other governments provide subsidy, but the government we are having today take subsidy, the one we have before, and want to impose another tax bill on us. That is the reality we have in today's Nigeria. But there's no problem. But now, the most important thing now is everybody needs to find a way to change the system. And I've noticed that the people that don't want Nigeria to move forward mostly are the Fulani. The Hausa might not have any issues with that. Mostly are the Fulani. Will find ways of disengaging them from this conversation of moving Nigeria forward. The forward which I mean is change of system. Don't think Nigeria will be, forget, with all these people in power, Nigeria can never get better. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but I will continue to repeat myself till thy kingdoms come. With all this crop of people in power, Nigeria will never get better. Look at, people are coming online to tell their stories on police brutality, their encounter with the police. They are coming online every day to say it. And the police force, the police hierarchy, police officers, the IG of police, they are watching. People narrating their experiences. What is expected? That these guys go back to the drawing board and start overhauling and restructuring the Nigerian police. That is what is expected. People came out to protest, almost shut down the country because of police brutality, and they called it NSAS. Yet we had the IG of police, the police hierarchy, the police leaders. They were there and they watched all things. They knew the cause of the whole problem, but till now they have not been able to fix it. They have not been able to fix it. So that is a system whereby people that are the helms of authority are not ready to fix anything so far that they can manipulate the system for their own good. They are okay with anything that happens to any Nigerian. If like be unfortunate, that does not concern them. What concerns them is what they will get. So the system has to change, and a new priority has to be set. And this system, the Fulani needs to not. They don't need to be part of this system. They don't need to be part. They should find their level somewhere else. They were sent away from many places, and they are here still. Never learnt lessons, constituting nuisance day by day. A big one for the Middle Belt. It is confirmed Middle Belt is not North. Middle Belt is Middle Belt.